create a world where all young men are judged by the content of their character, not by the color of their skin.
Whereas California's boys and young men of color
face unique barriers.
They grow up in neighborhoods marked by poverty,
violence,
underfunded schools, and low-wage jobs.
H.R. 23 is a resolution that highlights the growing need to eradicate our continued criminalization of boys and men of color.
Whereas California fails to graduate 35% of its black youth and 26% of its Latino youth. Young black men get killed 60 times more often than white men.
We are all in this together.
Whereas the Trayvon Martin verdict was deeply troubling, and the ruling said to us that black and brown lives don't matter, that there are two separate unequal justice systems for whites and non-whites, and that walking down the street or wearing certain clothes are crimes.
60 to 70% of African Americans and Latinos find themselves in a prison system, and they're not predisposed to be any more of a criminal than their white counterparts.
Californians and Californian institutions need to examine our prejudices and biases.
All lives are valuable.
All lives are valuable.
That all lives are valuable. None are disposable.
The young people deserve better than racial profiling.
It's troubling at the number of folks who will not take off the blinders and realize there is a double standard when it comes to young men of color. When you cross the street and people look at them first as criminals versus young men of potential.
The best way to honor Trayvon's memory is to channel our pain to create
an inclusive California
where all our sons and brothers can walk the streets without fear.
Without fear.
Resolve that the Assembly and the Senate of the State of California declares the following: to create a California that embraces and invests in all young people.
We are a source of strength, creativity, and economic dynamism. Not a group to be feared or condemned.
California's future is bound to ours.
We will rise to the challenge.
Invest in us.
Invest in us.
Invest in us.
Invest in us.
Invest in us.